drink, leave your worries behind. It's the Nightcap with Brent and Patty, where the fun and laughs are never chatty. Raise your glass, it's time to cheer. Brent and Patty are finally here. Funny finds and events so snappy. Join the fun, let's get happy. Brent might derail, go off the track, but Patty's here to bring him back. A Brent might come, oh what a sight. Rants and laughs, it's pure delight. Raise your glass, it's time to cheer. Brent and Patty are finally here. Funny finds and events so snappy. Join the fun, let's get happy.
Welcome to the Nightcap with Brent and Patty. My mic's working this week. Yay, that's a win.
Right?
If everything else goes sideways, at least there's that. Holy smokes. All right, let's turn on tonight's drink. And then let's make tonight's drink.
Right.
So, all right, let's... Still haven't figured out a bit of a stand or a secondary camera or a...
What about that little shelf?
What about that little shelf? I don't know which one you're talking about, but what about it?
I wonder if it would be tall enough.
It's
It's the other one you have for the spices. The little middle one.
too short.
Too short, okay.
Too short. Okay, so watch my hand. We've got to be clear up here.
Right.
So your drinks have to sit
Yeah,
here.
sure. Yeah.
And that stand is
Yeah.
clear
it
down
is.
here.
It's not quite that short, but it is short.
I need to measure and build something
Yes.
that just holds 2 glasses of whatever size
Yep.
so that I can do it
Yeah.
here.
sure.
All right. Hello, Shelley.
Hey, Shelley.
Ooh, awesome. James says he paused the documentary Dio, Dreamers Never Die to be here. I haven't watched that yet, but I like Dio. All right, let's make a drink. I've got to go back to that and open it up for a second. Here. No, not there.
Over here.
Over here. All right, 1.5 ounces of vodka. We've got Grand Bagosi. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that.
I don't know.
I apologize to whoever came up with that name if I got it wrong. So 1.5. All right. We're going heavy-handed here. So
Yep.
let's pour that in there.
Lick her up. Along with your elbows.
Right. Pour that in there. All right. 4 ounces of cranberry juice, splash of lime, optional. We're not going to get the lime wedge, but anyway.
That's okay.
And I'm not going to worry about whether it's 4 ounces or not. I'm going to top it up.
Free pour it.
Yep, free pour that right up there. Right up to there. Ta-ding, ta-ding, ding, 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 ding. And I have some fresh lime right there.
Squeeze.
Well, we'll see how fresh it is. There we go. That is a tough ticket right there.
Yeah.
That lime ain't taking shit off of nobody. Except for me. There we go. Perfect. All right. Give it a stir. I'll take the Knob Creek glass because I'm clearly the knob. Clink! Oh, that was good. That's
arguing.
the sound I'm looking for.
Oh, that's nice.
So is that... Oh, it's Diet Cranberry. Very good, okay. What do you got? I have actively started changing my diet, so there's only 1 gram of sugar in a cup, and that's barely a cup, if that.
Yeah.
So, and only 10 calories. Okay.
Sweet.
I'm going to drink a bunch of these Saturday night.
We'll have to get some more cranberry juice. I think you got some cranberry or pomegranate maybe down there. Can't remember.
Actually, I'm further ahead if I just drink straight liquor that doesn't have any flavoring.
Mm.
Which, I mean, I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I can do it. All I need is ice. Okay. Well, let's close that. All right. Oh, it's on YouTube. Ooh, I have to check that out.
Awesome.
All right, let's get on with Friday Feels. I just want everybody to know that there was a submission from Lauren this week, so go ahead and prep yourselves. This, however, was submitted by Michael. That's Leo and Maisie. I think that very clearly says, what? We're not doing nothing.
Right?
What? So what are you looking at? We're not doing anything. Just go about your
I tried to
business.
strategically put his name between Leo's ears.
Yeah, I see that. It's mission accomplished. It
Speaking
looks
of
like.
which, my mama needs more pictures.
Oh. So it's always going to be Leo and Maisie?
No,
I mean, I'm
that's
okay
the
with that.
same.
Don't get me wrong.
They're
But
just so cute.
I'm not arguing with that.
Gotta get some more taking a Samuel Amy.
Oh, I have plenty.
Oh, good.
Just go through my phone and send them to yourself one of these
Oh, yeah, I
days.
will do that.
Of course, we have a Pattyism for this week and a Brentism for this week. But the Pattyism is first. If I click the right button, it'll happen. When you're soft-hearted but have a rude mouth, like a Hallmark card written by Gordon Ramsay.
If that doesn't describe me.
I told you to have a bloody happy birthday, you donkey!
Stand here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing over there.
just
Where's
loving-
the squeak coming from? That's the question. We get a Brentism for this week as well. Some men deserve 5-star effort, and others deserve cold SpaghettiOs in a plastic spoon. The joke is on you because a lot of men be like, "Yeah, I'm good with that."
Awesome. Thank you, baby.
I'm not one of those because I
No.
don't like cold pasta with tomato sauce. I mean, I would eat it in
No.
a pinch. I wouldn't be without.
SpaghettiOs are gross.
No, they're not.
Yes, I don't like them.
No, SpaghettiOs are good. Wait,
It's not Alphagetti.
hold on. Oh, I was just gonna say you eat zoodles and alphagetti.
They have flavors. SpaghettiOs are meh. No.
It's the same thing in
No, it isn't.
in a different shape.
No. I tried them both and don't like SpaghettiOs.
In the alphagetti, there actually are O's.
Yeah, but
'Cause
those
that's-
ones at least have some fucking flavor.
Clearly, I'm not going to win this one, so let's just move along, shall we? We'll go to what you're reading. It should just be called What's Patty Reading, because we all know Brent's still reading the same damn book because he's an idiot. All right, so I've lived in books more than I've lived anywhere else.
True story.
I get that. I totally understand.
I love that.
I read
one.
that and I went, yeah, I understand that. And that's
Right?
currently what you're reading, Dean
I
Koontz.
haven't started. I haven't cracked it, but I finished my other one this afternoon.
Okay, so that's what you're going to be reading.
I'm going to start that tonight.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So Dean Koontz has written like a ton of books.
Oh, yes, I love him.
Okay.
I love him.
Okay, so I know I'm probably going to get this wrong, but is he the guy that wrote the story about the children that were aliens, I'm going to say, or had some sort of superpowers? Or is that the other
That's
guy?
Stephen King. You talking about the Institute?
No. No.
Oh, yes, he does have some books with kids with.
Because there's Dean Koontz,
Mm-hmm.
and then isn't there another name that sounds really familiar?
You know what? I'm not
Or
sure.
Cooks, or
That's somebody
Cook.
else, I think.
okay.
Mm.
Who's the guy who wrote Jurassic Park?
Oh, that's Crichton, dear. Or Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
Yeah, because he was also the.
He wrote ER.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's it,
But there's Dean Koontz, and then there's another one that sounds a whole lot like it. So somebody in the comment section
Yeah,
save
because
me.
I'm drawing a blank. Because, I mean, Stephen King, there's a new show coming out, or a movie, The Institute. I have the book. It's fantastic.
Yeah. No. This is one that your dad read that he was talking about
Okay.
at some point in time.
Oh, yes. I read those, and it was Maximum something. James Patterson. Had some kids.
And I'm
with-
completely out left of center. That's
Yeah.
all good. Let's carry on. I just need to drink more, apparently. All right. So to be honest, we have a shit or get off the pot for this week. I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to interpret it, other than, I guess, the record had to be crude for a minute. The record has the hole in the middle
And the needle.
and the needle, but it's a stretch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pencil dick.
Okay, so my mind went completely someplace else. Was it the needle doesn't go in the hole? I mean, all right, fine, whatever.
That was my take on it.
So, and we do have sort of kind of graffiti, but this is funny. I like this better than I do the Doors for this
Yeah.
week.
I was reaching for the door.
So please hide your potato.
It made me laugh out loud. I gotta use it. Shoot.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Somebody seized the moment.
Right.
Oh, golly.
They did.
All right, I've got to go open up my notes here.
Hey, Felicia.
2 weeks in a row, she
Okay.
threw out the F-bomb.
It's my favorite word. I'm sorry.
I think she's gotten a little bit braver now that we're on
can't see all the
YouTube,
names.
and I'm not sure that that's the right direction to go. Felicia's here, and Shelly Harper's here. You got both of those?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was a carrot at first.
Most of them have heard me say it.
Wait,
so.
hold on. I got to go back because I wasn't seeing the carrot.
Carrot? Oh, because, yeah, it looks like a carrot. It's a needle.
Oh. I totally missed that. I see. Yeah. All right. I don't think it's a carrot.
I don't think so.
John Grisham.
Dad never read any John Grisham.
No, but there's somebody whose last name is similar to Kuntz.
We'll have to Google it.
It's going to drive me nuts. And it's going to be one of those moments you're going to go, oh, yeah. I didn't care for his books. Because that's why you can't think of him, because he's somebody that you didn't care for his books. I'm
Probably.
sure of it.
Probably.
Anyway, or I dreamt it. That could be that.
Oh, that's not a far stretch either.
I tell you, my dreams as of late have been completely out there. So that's all I'm going to say about them, as a matter of fact. All right, so we need to go to the birthday club here. Yeah, Maureen says that she uses, she drops the F-bomb a lot too.
That's my favorite word.
All right, so it helps when you click all the buttons, Brent. There we go.
It covers all the bases.
That, of course, is Candace Bergen. She was on Murphy Brown. She was on Boston Legal. She was on The Connors, the book club movies, House, etc., etc. Yeah, she has been a lot of shows and whatnot.
She's hilarious.
She is such a good actress. Absolutely fantastic.
What's
Born in
Murphy
1946, so today she is 79 years old.
Wow.
So congratulations to her. 76 years old today is that guy right there. I love that picture.
I know, I
I've never
saw that. I
seen
was like, that's the
before.
one.
Of course,
That's the one.
that is Billy Joel, born in 1949. So 76 today, as I said. And Patty just has in brackets as cute, the Piano Man. Yeah. Piano for Dummies.
I saw that one. That's the one.
No, that's the
Don't
one.
look
That's
for
the
anything
one right
else.
there. And also, now I could not have told you this woman's name. I knew immediately who she was because I remembered from seeing her on the reboot of
Yep,
Magnum
Magnum,
PI,
yep.
which we really enjoyed.
We did. Yeah.
So that right there is Amy Hill.
She's funny.
She really
She's been
is.
in a lot of stuff.
She plays.
I didn't put anything else because I didn't recognize some of the stuff that she was in, but she has quite a list.
Good for her. I
Yeah.
hope she ends up grabbing another show.
I do too, because she's good.
Good. She's an excellent supporting cast. And I think, now this is just my opinion, that she could have a show of her own.
Oh, most certainly, she's
Yeah.
got that kind of wit.
Yeah, no, I think she could do like a family sitcom or a family drama.
Yeah.
Or drama, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway.
potato.
So yeah, but she what was her character's name in Magnum though? I know she played like the groundskeeper type thing.
Kumi, something like that. It was something with a K.
Kumu. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay, you just had to nudge me there.
Yeah.
Doing great with names tonight. Oh, so Amy is 72 years old today. She was born in 1953.
Yeah.
They all look great for their age.
They do. Yeah.
So, all right. Oh, it is time for everybody's stomach's favorite part of the show. And I'm just going to go on record as saying, out of all of the crap that we have shown on Vintage Views, this
Yeah.
is the first time that I've ever looked at anything and went, okay, I'd give that a try.
Ugh, no.
Right? Okay, so Patty's not in there with me, and I knew that she wouldn't be. However, these are prawn stuffed apples. And I know what you're thinking. Fish and apples don't belong together. And you know what? You're probably right.
And there's olives in there too.
But I like olives. And
But I mean, there's Tabasco sauce.
Again, I like Tabasco sauce. And
now I'd eat the gherkins and the apple, but that's it. I don't want anything else.
I don't know for sure that it would be as bad as it. The presentation is horrendous.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrendous. It looks like the prawns jumping out of the apple and shitting the olive into it.
I don't think mayonnaise and tomato puree goes with apples.
Well, here's
big fat nope for me.
So and I'm sure it's a big fat nope for most everybody watching, but here's my counter. So, apples are the most versatile thing in that recipe.
Oh, for sure.
We had apples in our salad tonight.
Oh, I do like the apples in the salad.
Good, and they mixed up with the salad dressing, no problem. Mm-hmm. That's not mayonnaise, I know.
No, I didn't have mayo, no.
No, salad dressing's not mayonnaise. But with the salad dressing, that sweet goes in. So, apples are sort of forgiving with where you put them, so to speak.
Yep.
So I think that may help in that particular situation. Now, you're not going to eat it just because of the Tabasco sauce, the mayonnaise, the olives. There's so many things in there that you don't like. I would have to pick the prawn off the top of one of them, give me that, and then I'd have to eat the rest of it.
Have I had prawns though? Or is that just a glorified shrimp?
It's a shrimp.
Okay.
That's all it is. But I would look at that and go, there's a lot going on there, but I'm willing to give it a try. Yeah. Whereas a lot of the stuff that we show...
You're a little more adventurous.
A little bit. But a lot of the stuff we show, I'd be like, hell no. Yeah. So that one goes in the list for me of...
Maybe.
Possibly.
You'd at least entertain the idea.
It would be the only thing that would... where I'd be like, all right, that may not suck as much as it seems. Everything else would...
It sucks all the suck.
Everything else would suck exactly the way you think. They start putting fish heads in Jell-O. I'm out.
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
Completely out. Harlan Coburn.
Yeah,
Harlan Coben.
Yeah, he writes a lot of stuff. Remember that show we watched with? It was a mystery.
That one show we watched that was a mystery. Well, of course I remember. It's called Mystery Theater. I'm number one. It
was on Netflix. And
well, that narrows it down.
I can't think of the name.
It was
of
that
the
one
chick.
mystery show on Netflix? Come on, guys, you know this.
Mansion, and her husband was dead, but he wasn't dead.
Are you sure this wasn't a fever dream?
No, we watched it. I can't remember the friggin' name of it. Anyway, he wrote that story.
Her husband was dead, but he wasn't dead.
Yeah, remember there was a mugging in the park, and he wrote that.
He was in the military.
Yes.
The character and then she ends up finding out that he was actually still alive.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Just ignore that.
Yeah. We don't know the name of it, so we didn't spoil anything. Okay, so he wrote that. Yeah. Okay. But that's not the writer.
And there's more coming out that they've done of his stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's it.
Some Maureen says olives in it. Hell no. Fool me once. Yeah, that was because I told Kenny about that, and I think he watched it off of. So you don't need to watch it now. You know the ending. We just save you some time. John Carpenter, maybe he wrote Village of the Damned, about the spooky children. Yeah, no, it's some professional out there has a last name. Maybe I'm wrong about the artist.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong about the author part. And the last name is like Kuntz, but it's different. It's Coos. That's not it, okay?
No.
But it's one of those things where it's easily confused for
Dean
Koontz. And again, maybe I'm thinking of an actor or something. I don't know. Who knows what I'm thinking? I know what I'm thinking. This is really good.
It is very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it would be. Because all the ingredients we like. So.
Sorry, it was good. It's good. That stuff is good.
Yep.
It doesn't taste like diet. It tastes like the real thing.
Good stuff.
I might have another one before the show's over. All right, let's move along here. Interesting AF. Yes, sir. You know what the AF stands for? Ass frick. This one was submitted by me. And it's where I grabbed the name for the show. I don't want to cause no fuss, but can I buy your magic bus? All right, let's get to reading here. The day a bus jumped over Tower Bridge. On December 30th, 1952, Albert Gunter was happily going about his day job driving the number 78 double-decker bus over Tower Bridge on the Shoreditch to Dulwich Road at a steady 12 miles per hour. To his utter surprise, the road in front of him seemed to drop away. So let's see if we can't get... There we go. He quickly realized that the bridge was opening and his bus was on a rising vestibule. It was late in the evening, dark, and the temperature had dipped below freezing. It was a couple of weeks after that great smog that had brought London to a standstill. And although the particularly foul mess had dispersed, smog still regularly reduced visibility. The traffic lights were green. There was no ringing of a warning handbell. He, his bus, his 20 passengers, and one conductor were on the edge of the southern vestibule, a movable section of road which was continuing to rise. It was too late to go back, too late to stop, so the former wartime tank driver dropped down 2 gears, slammed his foot on the accelerator. Gunter managed to jump the rising vestibule. He successfully reached the north side of the Tower Bridge, which had not yet begun to open, getting all 20 passengers across safely. As a precaution, all passengers on board were taken to hospital. Thankfully, there were only minor injuries to 11 of the 20 passengers. Gunter broke his leg, and one of the other passengers ended up with a fractured collarbone. Amazingly enough, the bus was intact. He jumped.
Yep.
I'm sure that drawing is a little exaggerated.
Yeah, probably.
Because that thing would be like a brick once it hit the air.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
But the fact that he pulled that off by going, okay, there is
Some
no
quick thinking.
Right, there's no sense slamming the brakes and going into the drink. Let's just hammer down.
Right.
That is absolutely insane. But why did the bridge lift? Back in the 1950s, a watchman was supposed to ring a warning bell and close the gates before the Tower Bridge opened. On this particular day, he somehow just forgot to do so. For his act of bravery and quick thinking, Albert was awarded a day off of work and a reward of £10, which would be about $90 in today's money. When asked how he would spend the reward, he replied, 5 for me and 5 for the missus.
That would be 290 pounds.
Oh, 200. Oh, sorry. Yep. That from this far back. Apparently, I just completely forgot about the 2. A city police inspector insisted that the unusual warning signals were given. After a brief inquiry, the Corporation of London accepted responsibility for the accident. The accident was attributed to an error of judgment on the part of the responsible employee at the bridge. Mr. Gunter later received another award. Let me get some pictures open here. I love that. Recreated the tram of the orifice with his hands. Yeah, I lifted and I jumped. He received another reward of £35 from the city corporation and a week's holiday in Bournemouth. His children were invited to the Lord Mayor's children's party. One young woman, though, found it difficult to resume normal life as she was too distressed by the incident to board another bus. Can't say it's a blamer.
Right.
May Walshaw, who was one of the people flung to the front of the vehicle, regained her nerve after Mr. Gunter helped. She got on the number 78 with Mr. Gunter driving, and together they crossed the Tower Bridge once more. In September of 1953, Miss Warshaw became Mrs. MacDonald, and Mr. Gunter, by then a firm friend, was at the wedding. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So that's her.
That's her, yeah.
Okay.
They asked him when he got his first reward what he would do with the money. He said, 5 for me and 5 for the missus.
I said that.
Yeah. Oh, did you? I wasn't sure if you said it.
I said it, and then
I didn't hear you.
You corrected me over the
about
290.
the pounds, right?
You were
Sorry.
looking at the 290 pounds today. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
A little grin on his face.
Right. I saw that and I was like, that's interesting.
It was cute.
It's good stuff.
Cute little story.
Good stuff. I'm behind on the comment section though. Charlie Kuntz, Fat Neil on the TV show Community. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah. Again, it may just be the old brain pan up here being stupid. But hey. Wow. Do you know what's up? Because I know what's up.
I always know what's up.
All right. Your order's up. All right. Let's get to this place. Murray's Garden Center and Cafe Landscape Services. Oof, they're all over the map. Foraging tour. Farm fresh vegetables available now. All right. So let me do some reading because I don't know anything about this place. The Grounds Cafe at Murray's Portugal Cove, Newfoundland. The Grounds is a farm-to-fork cafe that strives to source ingredients grown on-site or from the local farmers we know and trust. We are located within the bright, verdant green space of Murray's Garden Center and Murray's Meadow Farms. All right, so let's get a look at this. Oh, it's a nice, bright space inside.
It is. Looks very
In addition to
cozy.
the garden center, we have a floral shop and landscape company offering renowned expertise in landscape design, construction, and maintenance. Come for the plants and stay for the food. All right, so the food looks absolutely fantastic.
Doesn't it,
I
though?
might add. Absolutely.
looks lovely.
It's just a very nice,
A very welcoming
tidy-
space.
Yeah, right. And they've done the whole polished concrete floors, which I kind of like. It's
It
neat.
looks very nice.
It almost looks like marble.
It
the way
does,
they-
yeah.
The way they do that.
Yeah.
Nice looking salad. Nice looking baked beans, and I'm assuming those are either hush puppies, or
It's the Newfoundland. Is it called a Teuton? It's like fried bread, be like our bannock.
so it'd be similar to bannock then.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah, and I think those are probably, like you said, it's either a fish cake or a.
Yeah.
These ones down here.
Oh, they're different. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
They do look like a fish cake. Now that you mentioned it,
Yeah,
I thought
it's either a fish cake. I can't remember.
I
what
thought
it
all
said
four of
in
them
the-
were the same, and
No,
they were
because the
just
two
different
up there
sides.
are the bread.
Yes,
fried
yes.
bread.
I don't get the slices of lemon or of
Orange?
orange,
I'm not sure,
but
babe.
maybe it's good in your beans. I don't know.
Maybe.
And
or it's just to clean your palate.
I'm assuming that's potato salad of some sort, or
Most
maybe your
likely.
favorite pasta salad.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a gorgeous looking place.
Right? It's big.
Look
Oh,
at
pickles.
that. Right? I bet you they make them right there too.
I bet you they do.
Look at it, man. They don't slow down for nothing.
No, they have some beautiful looking food. And the baked potato, look at that.
Yeah. You want to talk about your loaded baked potatoes? We got your loaded baked potato right
Right,
here.
and they even have a cookbook.
I see that. Yeah.
I love the little pottery plant. Looks like a cup.
That is really, really cool. That would be, again, I would say that that's probably one of those things you go for the day type of thing.
I
You
would
know?
think so.
Or
It'd be
at the
very nice
at the
place
very
to go.
least, that's where you plan to do lunch, and then you spend the afternoon walking your lunch.
Looking at the plants, yeah.
Because it looks like there's going to be a lot of sweets if you're eating there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's just scroll down. Someone's listening to some tunes. Or they're beating on the wall. One of the two. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's either teenagers or zombies. I'm not sure. It's time to go on a road trip. All right. Let's see where we are going this week. It looks absolutely amazing.
Right?
I saw a little bit of information. So this is the Sawa Oasis in Egypt. It looks like it's right out in the middle of the desert.
It does.
Hidden among the vast stretches of Egypt's western desert, well, they're called that, about 560 kilometers west of Cairo and just 50 kilometers from the Libyan border, the
Siwa.
Siwa? Okay, Siwa Oasis. Okay. Emerges like a mirage of palm trees, clear crystal springs, and ancient ruins. The remote corner of paradise, surrounded by golden dunes and salty lakes, is one of the most fascinating and lesser known places in Egypt. Its isolated location, far from the unusual tourist routes, has allowed Siwa to preserve its authenticity, making it an ideal destination for travelers in search of unique and unspoiled adventures. And that would definitely be one of those places. Let's throw a couple more pictures up here before. Look at that. I wasn't sure of the size, but the first picture was like, was it just a small
And
pool? But
there's several of these little pools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the white is not snow; it's salt.
I figured that was the case. A combination of low annual rainfall, high evaporation rates, and the absence of good drainage led to the formation of several hyper-saline lakes, which stand out from the rest of the landscape in striking shades of blue and white. The high salt concentration of the water allows swimmers to effortlessly float above the surface. I think we've got some pictures of that. There we go. Just spend your afternoon soaking up some sun. But I wonder what that salt water, if it's that heavily salted.
They suggest you don't spend too long.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard.
She doesn't look like she has anything on her feet, but they have said, when I was reading, put something on your feet because the salt formations are quite sharp.
I would imagine they would be. It would be jagged.
Almost like crystal,
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that was probably one of those, okay, we're going to get a drone shot type of thing. Here we go. Yeah, throw out your sandals. We'll give them back to you when you get out type of thing to get that perfect shot.
Yeah.
Because that looks like something you'd see in a travel magazine or in a brochure for the...
And you'd have to have a certain kind of footwear to wear in there because the salt would ruin regular shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Salt from Siwa lakes has been extracted and utilized by the local population for centuries. It was traditionally mixed into kerchief, a blend of sand, salt, and clay to construct houses. Today, salt from the lakes is used for everything from furniture to wellness treatments. Renowned for its healing properties, the mineral is said to ease ailments of the sinus, skin, and beyond. The stunning salt pools found in the oasis are beautiful to look at, but tourists wanting to bathe in them should take special care not to scratch themselves on the sharp salt crystals that basically make up the bottom and the edges of these pools. Bring rubber water shoes is a good idea. The salt can pretty much destroy regular footwear. Also, because the high salt content in the water, it's not recommended to spend more than 25 minutes at a time in one of these pools. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd be probably pretty tough on the skin.
Yeah. Well, and I imagine the absorption of salt in your body.
Well, that'd be the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not good.
It's high sodium content.
Look at it. It's kind of.
But it's really cool. It looks like ice. Of
yeah,
course.
it does.
It's not. But and
those
then
are the ruins.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
So there's lots to see, like
right. I guess that pool does look different than the other ones.
Yeah, it's a little darker.
And that right there, look at that.
It's crazy.
Absolutely unbelievable. And of course, no road trip is complete without a crazy sign, or a funny sign, I guess. Please run down the hill screaming. You can't see it, but the small text says, by order of life's too short.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. I like that one. Just don't spend too much time in the pool at the bottom of the hill.
Right.
That's the problem.
I thought it was kind of fitting.
Michael says, 4 years ago tomorrow, I bought the accent. Wow.
Holy, that's crazy.
Right?
Where's time gone?
Just too bad they didn't get a chance to pay it off. I know what he was
Right.
looking for. Wah, wah. Oh, well. Onward and upward.
I forgot he had it that long.
Yeah, right? Went out, and to his credit, he went out, talked to Mark Nicholson, secured the loan at the bank, yada yada, did everything himself with zero help from anybody, just went and did it.
Yep.
Like a professional.
Smart
like he'd
boy.
been buying cars his whole life.
Hello, Michelle and Layla.
Aha! Here! We are here, we are here, we are here! All right, let's go to... there we go. It's time for, and say it with me now,
Say what now?
Oh my. Alright, what do we got here? So, this is submitted by Lauren. Of course, there's a giant ball of fire. She finds some good stuff, that girl. I do appreciate it. Firefighter training exercise goes up in smoke. That's what you want to hear. Some firefighters in Washington State were participating in a routine training exercise, and they mistakenly pumped jet fuel instead of water into a flaming mock-up of an airplane crash, causing a fireball to erupt instantaneously. I'm sure it did. When the firefighters put water on the fire that had been deliberately developed for training, the fire got bigger instead of smaller, said a member of the State Patrol, which is investigating the incident, by the way. Investigators believe that the training academy's oil/water separator, which recycles the water used for training exercises, did not correctly filter the jet fuel used for the exercise from the reclaimed water. Why are they putting jet fuel with the water? There's a lot of things that aren't lining up here. The filtering device is from the 1990s. Oh, really? And investigators are looking into whether or not academy employees operated it correctly or if it malfunctioned. Thankfully, only 2 firefighters suffered minor burns. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I can just imagine the look
The
on
lawsuit.
the look on the firefighters, because this is a practice run. Thank goodness that's all that it was.
Right?
Right? Okay, light up that number 2 hose, and okay, hit it. You know, that type of stuff. The guys hang on and it hits and just goes.
Right? That's scary.
You're like, what? Plus, it's a training exercise, so you're like, is this part of the training? Are they?
Probably all the saving was he pissed his pants.
Tommy, how come you didn't get burned? No reason at all. I certainly did not piss my pants. Because that's what would be going through my mind. Are they testing us? What are we? What is this part of the simulation?
That was a mad scramble, I bet.
Oh, I'll bet it was. You got to get that shut off, and then that's
they had
the thing.
issues with their shut off as well.
Oh, great. That's lovely. But when you get it shut off, you go, okay, so if this isn't water, where is it?
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, that's these poor guys in the training exercise as time goes by, as they're telling old war stories later on.
Once bitten, twice
Yeah,
shy.
we were in this one fire, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Let me tell you about my training days. Oh, training fire's no big deal. Oh, really? Really? Try putting one out with jet fuel. Say what now?
Right? That'd be quite a story.
Tommy was hanging onto that hose, and as soon as it hit, I could smell the piss from where I was standing. We lit up the fire, he lit up his pants. Not that anyone can blame him.
Right? He's protecting the jewels.
Marlene's here. She says
Marlene.
she's sorry she's late. That's okay. Better late than never. All right. What else have we got here? Ruffles is going to put out poutine chips. Have they not done this before?
I don't remember.
If
they had, it was quite a while ago.
Yeah, I thought that they did. And
But it might have, was it Ruffles or another brand? Though?
Well, that could be. That could be. Maybe it was somebody else. Poutine, cheese and gravy. Canada's unofficial food group collides with Canada's favorite ridge chip to create a taste so mind-blowing your taste buds will be in shock. Well, I don't want that. The taste of crispy hot fries smothered in thick gravy and topped with melted cheese. Inspired Ruffles poutine flavor potato chips, a delicacy which can only be described as magic in the mouth. No comment. I'm just going to go ahead and say that it's probably going to be a nice flavor.
Mm-hmm. Probably heavy on the gravy flavor.
But, you got to get the cheese in there.
Yeah.
They've already got the potato part covered. It's just the cheese and the gravy.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not going to be like eating a poutine.
No, it's not going to be the same texture.
So, yeah, right. It's really... And the fact that they say melted cheese... No, you see, it's supposed to be cheese curds.
Yeah.
Which don't really melt, per se. That's why you
They're
use
squeaky.
them. Yeah, because they sort of.
I love squeaky
They do
cheese.
get softer, but
Yeah.
they don't. These people that
They
make
make a nice snack.
oh they do. These people that make poutine with mozzarella, look, it's not that it tastes bad.
Yeah, but it's
But
not
it's-
the same.
It's not poutine.
right.
It's fries and gravy with mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
Poutine has to have squeaky cheese. Has to. It has to. That's. We covered this before on the show.
Yeah. We do.
Sour Patch Kids. These, as we've been saying in the past, these brands are all coming up with all kinds of great ideas, trying to keep their brands relevant.
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids are going to do an ice popped, so that's the Rockets is what
Yeah.
I remember
And
them
you
being
get a
called.
big bag at Costco.
And it's so is it 3 different flavors? Like there's blue ones
Yep,
and
there's
red
blue,
ones.
red,
Okay,
and the white. Yeah.
so they're not each individual
No.
one isn't. Okay,
No.
all right. Okay.
And apparently, you get your first bite is supposed to be like a sour, then you get the sweet hit.
I mean, we discussed this at work the other day. Sour Patch Kids aren't sour. They're not. I mean, you could eat
They're
a
a little sour to me.
yeah, but
But-
even okay. So that's
But it's not a high concentrate sour.
right.
I can eat them, but I do pucker up a little bit.
But that's
'Cause
proof right there. If you, who really do not like sour things, can handle it, it's
Yeah.
it's
Not a
almost
lot of them, but
it's the entry level. It's
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
it
it's
would
the
be, yeah.
it's the gateway candy into things even more sour if you can handle
I
that.
draw the line there.
Yeah, well that's it. You walk through the gate and go, no, I'm good, I'm leaving.
yeah,
With
Hey,
three
Leslie.
with 3 mouth-watering flavors: red berry, lemon, and blue raspberry. Every bite delivers an exhilarating blast of fruitiness balanced with the signature sour zing. Whether you're chilling at home or looking for a fun snack to cool down, this frosty mix is your ultimate ticket to candy paradise. I don't know. That's I mean,
well, for people that are big fans of the brand, of course.
Paradise is a bit much. All right. The best cheese curds are nice and rubbery. Yes, yes, and they make
That's
a
nice
nice,
squeaky cheese.
right? Nice snack. As much as I like them in poutine, I think I like them just as much.
Oh, we
by
like getting out of the
themselves.
bag.
But they're not cheap.
No,
We should figure out how to make them.
we're gonna get one of those big bags at Costco.
We should figure out how to make them,
Yeah.
and then we could just be like, well, it didn't cost us as much. I think it's just like milk and salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Get on
I make
that.
it sound like we're gonna have it and like, make it overnight. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be done and ready. Yeah, I'm sure there's way more to it than that.
Probably.
But yeah, as good as it is one of those things that is not cheap.
Yeah. No doubt. No
All
doubt.
right, and now it's time for this.
The weird and wild wonders of the world.
All right, let's open that up and see what we got here. Of course, I load the pictures, so I got a chance to see, and I'm like,
He's
I'm like,
grumpy looking.
I'm like, hold on. So before I read it, I was like, it's an old man animal. Wait, hold on, is that me? Back before I had the white. No, that is a binturong. Look at me pronouncing stuff correctly the first time. What a rock star. Although it's often mistaken for a strange bear-cat hybrid, the binturong, also called a bear-cat, is neither a bear nor a cat. Of course, that's the way we humans name things.
Right?
Yeah. It's a ball pole. It's not a ball or a pole. It's a secretive mammal native to Southeast Asia's dense rainforest. It belongs to the
Viridae.
Viridad family. The same family as, of course.
Civets and Janaes.
There's civets and what?
Janaes.
Civets and Janaes. It's the only species in its genus. These largely solitary animals are mostly active at night and are notable for their distinctive physical traits and unique buttery scent. They smell like butter.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. They have a comical appearance, and they have large, muscular bodies covered in coarse, shaggy, black or dark gray fur, often with grizzled, silver-tipped hairs. Their round faces are framed by long, white whiskers and expressive eyes, giving them somewhat owlish or wise look. Their ears are short and rounded with prominent tufts. I'm going to get a couple more pictures up here before I read any more. So we've got
That's
more.
what the civet and the denari look like.
Okay, so that's the other members of the family.
This one makes me think a bit of a
It looks like a raccoon.
A raccoon, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the
look at the face on that one.
Jeanette, yeah, I mean it looks kind of like a leopard, right?
Yeah.
With the spots and whatnot. So yeah, it's cool.
Got a nose like a kitty cat though.
Yeah,
nice
absolutely.
and
And those great big.
Yeah.
Those look like the eyes that.
It's like snake eyes.
No, you know what they look like? The eyes at the end of the Thriller video when
Yes.
when Michael
Yep.
turns around and he's got
Yes.
those inserts in.
Yeah. The lenses. Yeah.
Yeah, which he couldn't see shit out of,
I
by the
bet.
way. No, he was like completely blind apparently with
Oh,
those things in.
that's crazy.
All right, so but these are the Bearcats.
I wish it was like a kitty cat.
The adults typically measure between 1 and 3 feet in body length, and they have an impressive tail, which is sometimes just as long as their body. They usually weigh between 19 and 44 pounds, with females generally larger than the males, which is rare among mammals. The most striking feature is their prehensile tail, the only one of its kind among old world carnivores. This tail acts like a fifth limb, allowing bitarangs to expertly navigate canopy, grip branches, and even hang upside down while feeding. Yeah, exactly. They inhabit tropical and subtropical forests, especially dense forests with tall trees and abundant canopy cover. They spend most of their time in the trees, although they will occasionally come to the ground in search of food or travel between trees. We've got some more photos right there.
I love that one.
Yep. Nope. I'm pretty sure that's what I am. I'm one of those right there, because that's me every time we turn the TV on. They're omnivores, and they primarily eat fruit. Their favorite food are figs, but they will also consume other fruits, small mammals, birds, eggs, insects, and plant matter. Binturongs play a crucial role as seed dispersers in the forest, helping to regenerate and maintain healthy forest ecosystems. One of the most unique features is its distinctive scent, which many people describe as being remarkably similar to buttered popcorn. The odor comes from a chemical compound in their urine called 2-acylate-1-pyrroline, which is like the chemical reaction between heat and amino acids and sugars that gives popcorn, baked bread, and toasted foods their appetizing aroma. Oh, that's cool. They will scent mark their territory by dragging their tails and hindquarters across branches and foliage, spreading their unique aroma as a form of communication and territorial marking. Scientists believe the smell may signal reproductive status, warn of rivals, or attract mates. They communicate using a range of vocalizations including clucks, growls, hisses, and wails. Again, I think this is what I am. These
Chuckles.
Chuckles. These sounds can indicate anything from contentment to aggression or distress. Yep, that's it. I'm a bunturong. I just had my tail chopped off or something. One male may mate with multiple females. Nope. Okay, I'm not one of these. They are also among the. That's how I'd lose my tail. They're also among the few mammals capable of delaying implementation, meaning the fertilized egg can remain dormant in the female's body before implementation and gestation begin. This allows for more favorable timing for births. That's cool.
Yeah. So
females give birth to litters of 1 to 6 young, although 2 is most common. The gestation period lasts approximately 90 to 92 days, excluding any delay from implementation. Newborns are blind. I think we do have some pictures of newborn ones here, don't we? There they are. They are really kind of weird looking.
yeah.
The way that they
very much so.
they're not like proportionate.
No.
That's
And look at
odd.
the tail. It's quite bushy looking.
There's the babies. Newborns are blind and helpless at birth and remain in the nest for the first few weeks of life. They are weaned at around 6 to 8 weeks and become fully independent by 2 to 3 months of age. They can live up to 25 years in captivity, although their lifespan in the wild is likely shorter. I'm not sure what. I mean,
habitat decreasement with.
No, I just was thinking
Yeah.
what would be hunting these things? Cause
No, it's the loss of habitat. But they've got quite a few of them in zoos now to
Leslie-
increase the numbers.
Leslie, I wondered because Sam got his head right over next to the mic and he was purring, and I'm like, they're going to be able to hear him purring. And she
Hey, Bubby.
You talking to the folks? For a star of the show right there.
Yeah.
All right. It is now time, of course, for Stupid Criminal, my new favorite intro. Chris was telling me how happy his wife was. Candace was, because that's one of her top favorite show, and she's like, they've even got the dun dun at the end. So we'll be right back.
In Woodstock, weekenders are represented by two separate groups. Those who tune into the NightCap with Brent and Patty, and the criminals who don't. These are their stories.
All right, let's get to Stupid Criminals, because I got questions. I do. First question was, did you get this from Lauren?
No.
Because I saw what looked like a lot of blood. Maybe it's not. Let's get to it. All right. So,
It's not what you think.
okay. Bank robbing is a drag. A bungling bank robber disguised himself as a woman with a blonde wig and fake breasts. All right. I mean, I guess
couldn't
if you're
find
gonna...
any better pictures than what.
Listen, that right there is fantastic. Thank you very much. The mustache is what really sets it off. A bungling bank robber disguised himself as a woman with a blonde wig and fake breasts, but didn't bother to shave his beard off. Dennis Hawkins, 48, completed his bizarre disguise for the event with a pair of clown's trousers. The robber had shoplifted a toy gun from a nearby shop before heading to the bank in Swissvale, Pennsylvania. He first sat down in the waiting area and initially turned down a teller who offered to help him. Police said shortly afterwards he approached the bank teller and passed her a note that read, "This is a holdup. Do not put no dry packs in no money."
This is.
Let me start this again because this guy's breaking away. This is a holdup. Do not put no dry packs in no money because I will see your family and also your kids.
Grammar is not his thing.
It's desperation right there. Closed circuit television cameras showed Hawkins hiding behind a tree near the bank, opening a money envelope and then dropping it when the die pack. Oh, he called it dry packs. Okay, I see. When the die pack hidden in the stolen cash exploded. Detectives said he ran into... Okay, so that explains that picture.
Yeah.
Detectives said he then ran to a nearby gas station where he asked bemused motorists for a lift. When they refused, he climbed into a woman's car. She promptly got out, took her keys, and went to call the police. Police discovered him still sitting in the parked car, probably trying to find the keys, covered in red dye from the exploding packet, with the wig and the toy gun stuffed down his pants, but still wearing the fake boobs. He claimed to have found the money and took it to the tree where the die exploded. He's being held in jail on $230,000 bail. Apparently none of it covered in red dye.
Imagine.
There's a whole lot to unpack in this
Right?
particular story. It's like, what is going on? Holy smokes.
Desperation.
I mean,
Desperation and dumb.
I there's so many things that a person could say and they would be interpreted incorrectly. So I will put it this way, and I say this with respect. I do not say this to make fun. He wouldn't be out of place today.
No.
Because there are people who do dress with female garments.
Right.
And they do have facial hair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that part... But I think it was laziness on his part. I was like, I don't want to shave this off. That took a long time growing.
Honestly, he probably wasn't even paying attention to it. Like, just put the outfit on, never thought about the beard. maybe.
No, I'll guarantee he checked the mirror before he left the house. He had fake boobs to deal with. So he's got to get them in the right spot. He's got to, make sure that the straps are, that's sticking into my neck. And how do they look? Pretty good. He checked himself before he left to go to the bank. I'll guarantee that, 100%. And then went, yeah, okay, this will pass. This will pass. They'll think I'm a woman. And then when they report it to the police, they'll say, well, a woman came in, strangely with a mustache, and robbed the place.
It wasn't well thought out.
Don't put no dry packs,
And no money,
or I will see your family.
right?
Okay, see them. Lots of people see them. They get seen by people every single.
Right?
Oh my land. Right? Leslie says, oh my God, what a winner. Holy frig. I mean, I don't understand why people are still robbing banks at this point in time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, okay.
And this wasn't necessarily like current.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless. So how many years ago did this take place?
Can't remember. It was in the 20s.
Oh, well, so it's recent then.
Yeah.
It's in the last few years. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. There are so many other things that you could do to get money illegally. I'm just going to put it that way. That's it. Robbing a bank should be the last thing on your list.
Right?
I mean, the first of your list should be getting a job, and then you just don't have to worry about getting it illegally. They pay at the end of the week, and it's all legal. That's fine.
I mean, you got nice feet going OnlyFans.
No, it's Feet Finder.
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
they'll look at anything over there.
Where? OnlyFans or Feet Finder?
Both.
I mean, I suppose you could do Feet Finder and OnlyFans. You could diversify.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I watched an interview with some ladies who were talking about Feet Finder, and they said you have to be very careful. Do not use anything that is remotely close to your actual name. Do not give out any details, because yes, there are people out there willing to say, okay, I want you to do this and take a picture and send it to me and that type of thing, or make a video or whatever, and then we'll pay handsomely for it.
Yeah.
But they ain't right. You cannot let them know who you are, where you are, or what you do.
No.
Other than taking pictures of your
The
feet.
eggs in their basket are slightly scrambled.
There's a few of them missing, apparently, for some of them. But they, like,
I think it'd be very dicey. Like,
I don't know, I've thought about it. I just don't know if my feet are on anybody's radar. I'm sure they're somebody's.
sure somebody has a Hobbit fantasy.
I knew you were going to go there. Because that's where the money is the Hobbit feet anyway.
Yeah.
The problem is my feet are too big for Hobbit feet. Unless there's somebody that's like, I wish somebody had big Hobbit feet.
I bet you they're out there. But
I'm your man. What would make me question things is because they didn't get into the details of what people wanted them to do with their feet. It's not just pictures.
Yeah.
It's like, cover them in peanut butter or some stupid thing. Which is fine. You can wash that all off. But I don't know.
I have no idea.
You have to be careful.
Yeah.
You would literally have to set yourself up. Sorry. I'm so sorry. You have to set yourself up an entirely, fake profile in every way, shape, and form. You can't use your original email.
No.
You can't.
And the
whole thing would have to be. And I think this is what I think. You
And
do.
nothing that anybody could trace.
Nope. But here's what you do: you set it up. You make enough money to go. That's it. I'm out. And then you delete everything.
Yep.
The photos are gone. The accounts are deleted.
Yep.
The Gmail account's gone. Everything you take
It's
your
gone.
profile off. It's gone. You go. That's it. That's all. That's the amount of money where I go. Yeah, that's good. Thanks. I'm out of this poker game. That's it.
Yeah.
I fold.
Cash out.
I'm taking my money and I'm cashing out. I'm leaving the casino because it's too risky to stay.
Right?
Right? And then you join Elbow Finders. So. Ooh, look at that, baby. It's a little dry. Want to watch me put some cream on it? Slather up that elbow. There is somebody out there going, oh yeah. And we got a list of names because we really need to get the hell out of here. Oh my land.
goodness.
Let me have that
Sad.
magic mirror.
So
The
sad.
magic's slowly running out of this thing.
Oh.
Boop, 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 boop. It looks like I'm sending Morse code. The Nightcap with Brent and somebody's gonna watch that and go, that's not even close. Thanks guys for joining us again this week. We appreciate every view of every type, but we do, for those of you who may not know, I know all of our regular viewers know this. We take a list of whoever watched us and whoever makes comments in the comment section. And if I get this mirror in the right spot, much like Romper Room when we were kids, we list off the names of the people that joined us. So thank you so much. Thank you to James and Ken and Kathy and Doug and Maureen and Becky and Michael and Lauren and Shelley and Felicia. And Michelle and Layla, I see you too. And Marlene and Leslie, thank you guys. We will see you next week. And don't forget to stay fresh, cheese bags.
Good night, everybody.
We hoped you had fun, but now we must run. But we'll see you all next Friday. We thought you should know that you make the show.